Hello Peacekeepers, Savannah here with Marshall Mediation, and today we are going to be discussing the fixed pie bias. Now what the fixed pie bias essentially is the false belief that for one person to win something in a negotiation, the other person has to lose something. So it is the false belief that there is a limited amount of resources that can only be shared if somebody gives up something. So we often see the collapse of negotiations happen when this bias takes over the conversation, and it's most detrimental, especially in the topic of international conflicts. So we see this often in border disputes where the false belief lies in the fact that land is limited and there's only so much land to go around. So say for example, Party A and Party B are deciding where to draw the border and there is a huge conflict going on. One way to overcome the fixed pie bias in any negotiation is to shift the conversation from positions to interests. So rather than asking what somebody wants, ask them why. You might find out in this example that Party A really wants this land and the borders drawn this way because the land is sacred to their culture. Party B, on the other hand, has a really big population and they need that land to feed, right? They need that land for farming and harvesting to feed their population. Once these interests come to the table, it creates the opportunity for new creative solutions to be found, such as maybe farming is allowed to continue if they use cultural and sacred practices to do the farming, right? So this is one example of creative solutions that could possibly come about if you use the interests rather than the what in the negotiation. So I hope you learned something today, and there are actually 8 other types of cognitive biases aside from the fixed pie perspective that are influencing and affecting your negotiations. So stay tuned to find out what they are, and happy peacekeeping.